CSF Late Night.
Clemson Nation, we represent all in.
We're just little old Clemson.
Well, LSU fan came stuck his spike in my booty.
Roll, Todd! Roll, baby!
Oh, bitch.
Are you that stupid?
Yes, I am.
Not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
I need to add the line where he says that he fornicates with Nick Saban.
Yeah.
That needs to be added to. God, that still makes me happy every time I hear it. Welcome to CSF Late Nights. We've
They're
had
cheap,
several things
Evan. They're
about
cheap.
this eating. What?
Evan said get rid of those fucking Bamtard technicians. I was just saying they're cheap. They work for really cheap.
That's funny. All right. Well, we have a lot of things we're going to get into this evening. We're going to talk a little bit about Jalen Rose later on. We're going to talk about delusional Georgia fans who I'm going to say something to you two LSU fans here, and I'm going to watch your head spin off.
Okay.
I guarantee it. What I say later on in this program will watch your head, you two, being the hardcore LSU fans that you are. Tonight, we're going to pretend Jonathan's an LSU fan, even though he's a fan of 18.
We got fucking jokes early in the show.
You know where David's heart bleeds. If we cut David's arm off right now, it would bleed LSU purple. We know that. We absolutely know that. Now, Jonathan, on the other hand, his would be Technicolor. There'd be several different team colors of blood running right out of him. But we're going to pretend that he's an LSU fan tonight. All right.
It would just look like shit brown. All those colors meld together.
All the colors together would look like shit brown.
It would look like he's bleeding diarrhea.
Yeah, that's some funny shit. Shout out to Edwin
Nobody
Reeves.
wears an LSU hat with a Duke shirt. Stop.
Are you out of here?
Stop.
Are you out of your mind? Should I remove it?
We're pretending.
Well, then take your shirt off and sit there in the nude, brother. Go. You want to pretend? Get after it. Are you drinking Natty Light?
I am, bro.
No,
Drinking some fucking Natty Light.
Anyway, we'll talk about that. Also, later on, we'll talk about why my marriage may be ending.
Oh.
Yep. We're going to talk about that. My wife has laid down the gauntlet, and I might push her on this one. So we'll talk about that later on. Share that here on CSF Late Nights as she gives me the finger right now. In fact, do you want to start with that? Can we start with that?
I mean, you might as well while she's there to defend herself.
She's not going to defend herself. She's just going to give me the finger. So I decided yesterday or the day before that I want a Chihuahua.
Oh, God.
I want a Chihuahua. We got these big monstrosity dogs. We got a fucking huge-ass German Shepherd, and we got an Australian Shepherd. And I've decided I want a Chihuahua. So I want to get a Chihuahua, and I want to name him Tito. I want Tito the Chihuahua. And I want us to get matching sombreros, and we'll sit around eating cheese dip. That's what I want. Now, my wife says that if I get Tito the Chihuahua, that we're going to have to get a divorce. And she was serious.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty dumb. You don't even like dogs.
The gnome says I don't even like dogs, Karen. I'm more of a fan of cats.
We know.
I'm a fan of Harambe the cat running around here. But anyway, I kind of want to test her a little bit, see if I get,
A divorce?
Well, no. If I get Tito the Chihuahua, see if she'll want a divorce.
Oh.
I don't know why I want to call him Tito. I could call him Hondo, Tito, whatever. It'd be kind of cool. Anyway.
Something Hispanic.
Nacho.
Nacho.
Nacho. Because
As in-
it's going to be Nacho Dog.
Except, or Nacho wife.
Yeah. He said they should call it Nacho, as in you're not going Nacho gonna be my wife. Boy, she's over there stewing about that. I can't get Tito the Chihuahua. Should be.
Bruh,
You just,
your bank cards and shit aren't gonna work in the morning.
Oh, she just sent me a text message and says, it's something about a text message I sent her. Said, she goes, I meant, hey, Karen wants she want to get a cat. And I said, all right, I can go get it. You are the crazy cat lady. And she goes, I know. I said, I want a shirt that says Cat Daddy. I think because I am the Cat Daddy. I want a shirt that says Cat Daddy. She goes, but if I have all the cats, I won't get more dogs. And I'm like, no more dogs. Fuck that. See, I need all the cats. Damn it. It's not nice. She has it in writing when we go to divorce court. And when I go to divorce court, I'm going to have Tito the Chihuahua, and I'm going to take him to court with me. And I'm going to ask the judge, can you please talk to this woman about Tito?
Are y'all gonna do split custody
of Tito? No, she'll give me 100% custody of Tito. She'll take Harambe cat though, which that'll break my heart. Can't take the Harambe cat. Anyway, so that's that. All right, so here's what I'm going to throw at you guys. It's going to make your head spin as an LSU fan. Andre, StreamYard posts this directly on Facebook. So I don't do that myself. That's what StreamYard does. So I'm in a group with a bunch of Clemson and Georgia fans, and it's like, I don't know how I got into this group, but it's nothing but Clemson and Georgia fans. Okay,
I'll tell you how you got in.
How'd I get in?
Because I've never seen a single Clemson fan in any group I'm in that can't, like, when they get in trouble because they suck, they have to always tag Rob Sanders to come help them out. So that's probably why you got pulled into that group.
David might agree with us on that. I don't know. Anyway,
sounds legit.
Here's the thing, though. This guy put up this post that said, and I laughed really hard. I wanted to bring you two into the group, but if they find out that you're not a Clemson or a Georgia fan, they boot you immediately. So It's that kind of stupid. Anyway, this guy said that
I like Herschel Walker.
Fuck Herschel Walker. Fuck him. Anyway, JT Daniels has the same pedigree that Joe Burrow has, and JT Daniels is going to have the Joe Burrow type season this year.
Okay.
As LSU fans, please tell me that I'm not stupid where I laughed at this guy like he'd lost his mind.
Well, because anybody or everybody and their mama gone into 2019 all said Joe Burrow is about to have the greatest season ever. Not really, but this guy knows this about JT Daniels. Interesting.
I said the only thing that JT Daniels has in common with Joe Burrow is there's two things. One, they're quarterbacks, and two, they transferred. Other than that, he can't carry Joe Burrow's jockstrap. You are a Pac-12 failure, sir. And you couldn't keep your job at Southern Cal. And you're going to say that you're as good as Joe Burrow? And I'm not even a Joe Burrow guy. He completely sodomized my Clemson team. He can go up shit creek for all that I care, but I can respect talent. Okay? And to say that JT Daniels
or sodomy
is on the same level as Joe Burrow, and these people believe it. What the hell is in the Georgia water?
People agreed with him?
Absolutely. 57 likes. I went and looked at it earlier.
Yeah.
7 people like that shit. Yeah.
Well, if I was on the fence, if on the Clemson Georgia game, man, I'm so not now.
I
said big if.
I was never on the fence. I hope Clemson bends Georgia over a fucking countertop. Rams all of it in there all at once. No lube.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know where to even go with that.
There's
I
nowhere
mean,
to go.
Then he tried to say that he has the potential to be as good as Cam Newton, where Cam Newton transferred into Auburn. And I'm like, what? Are you serious?
So which is it?
The big
I have
thing,
no
though,
doubt that JT Daniels is playing with better talent at Georgia than he was at SoCal.
yeah.
But he's also playing for Kirby Smart, which immediately tells me that he knows nothing about what the fuck he's doing.
Well, I question is the parents. How can you, as parents of a quarterback, send your kid to play for Kirby Smart when he's never had an offense that's really good? I mean, everybody's trying to get to the next level, right? I mean, seriously, when if you're a quarterback, you want to go somewhere where offense is key.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how you end up at Georgia where he could he could have went to
but
to
Georgia
Florida. He could
Georgia
have went.
always has a top 5 recruiting class.
I don't give a shit. Do you know where Georgia's offense finished last season in the SEC? Anybody want to take a guess? As far as total offense, no,
Ninth.
sir. Sixth.
Sixth.
They were. I think it was 5. They got 5 more yards a game than Mizzou. Fucking Mizzou. Now this is a Mizzou team that played Alabama at the beginning of the season.
Played LSU.
Played LSU. Well, it's not really nice. It's not really helping the argument there, Dave.
Half of Missouri's yards came against LSU.
I'm just saying.
Let's be real. Mizzou's average yards per game were helped because of them playing LSU.
Yes.
But the point in all of that, though, is that you're a little bit better than Mizzou with a roster that's ranked in the top 5 in the country. I mean, that's fair to say. You had 3 offensive linemen that were drafted to the NFL in the first 3 rounds, I think, or 2 rounds. I mean, they had talent at Georgia. They did. But, I just – the Georgia fan base is probably the most delusional fan base in the country.
They've always been delusional.
They love
But to compare JT Daniels to somebody like Joe Burrow, or even if we step it down a notch and say Cam Newton, since they're trying to compare transfer.
I think that's just as laughable. I mean, we're Tiger fans, but that's just as laughable to say, like, without even seeing shit, him step on the field, you're going to compare what we already know about that Cam Newton season? Come on, man.
And here's the other thing, too. JT Daniels played against DJ Uiagalelei in high school. And in high school, Daniels has 1 more year. He's a year older than Uiagalelei, okay? So it was like Uiagalelei's sophomore year. He lost to Daniels as a junior in some playoff game by like 3 points. It was like 45-42, something like that. The Georgia fans pull that up. He's already beat Uiagalelei once. They
do know that he was playing against their. They do know he was playing against their defense, right?
Oh my god! I just. We're gonna talk about a high school matchup, and that's wow. I just shake my head when it comes to Georgia fans. I can't wait till September the 4th because that group, there's like 1,400 people in it. There's going to be about, I'd say it's 70% Georgia fans. It'll be nothing but Tiger Paws by 9:30. This is not Mizzou you're playing, Georgia fans. Slow your roll just a little bit. Slow your roll.
I mean, you can compare him to another recent transfer quarterback, and I bet you he's not going to be as good as somebody that
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
How about Jalen Hurts? I don't even think he'll be as good as Hurts was at Oklahoma.
Probably not.
I don't think he'll be as good as that there. It's like then there was an article that came out where someone was on Paul Feinbaum's show and compared him to Mac Jones. He's this year's Mac Jones.
Get out.
Really?
Well, they have to have that.
I'll tell you what, Vanderbilt's fucking up right now.
Oh, I'm watching. It's
Oh, we're
it's
talking
just-
about the College World Series. Yeah, there was some fuckery with that. We talked. We didn't get to talk about that, but
no, we haven't. They this is twice this inning they've loaded the bases on fucking.
And a wild pitch just allowed another one across. So it's 5-1
Oh, yeah.
Mississippi State.
well,
Anyways, oh, that's another. That's some bullshit right there. I mean, the NC
What?
State track.
well, what a gong show that was.
I mean,
The worst part about that was the NCAA said after talking with their championship team and talking with the health department in Omaha, they've decided that it would be a no contest. And the health department said, hey, we never said anything about you had to kick them out for that. So it's basically the NCAA leaned on the health department and then told them, the health department's like, nah, we didn't tell you that.
Right.
But I think the weirdest thing about that was if those guys wanted to go to the world to one of the games, they could walk right in and no one would give a shit.
Right.
right. That
You know? So
that I've never been so pissed off for a team that I don't give a shit about like I was the other day for NC State. I mean, that's just a fucking joke to screw those guys like that over such BS. And I don't even know if we want to start talking about COVID vaccinations and not COVID vaccinations and who has to get tested. I mean,
Look,
that's
I agree with what the NC State coach said. The NC State coach said that you heard the comments from. Did you hear what he said? Where he said that someone asked him about the vaccination policy for his team, and he said, "I told you guys I'm not going to discuss that with you because there are parents that sent me their boys, and I have to take care of them." And some of these parents didn't want out there what they did as far as the vaccination goes. There's still HIPAA laws and all that out there. So
no, apparently they don't.
Yeah, but
Apparently, HIPAA laws don't matter for fucking COVID vaccinations, according to all kinds of shit.
well, but the point is
I'm not agreeing.
Stand on that. If you get together with your parents and they say, "Hey, we don't want people knowing about this," whether they, I mean, he has to kind of respect what the parents say. I mean, I can appreciate that.
Absolutely.
But me personally, I think that I think people should get vaccinated. I got vaccinated. You know, I don't. I mean, no vaccine is ever perfect, but you know, I don't think getting vaccinated's that big of a deal. But
However, if you don't want to get vaccinated, then don't get vaccinated.
yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing from what is it from what was the movie that the guys from South Park did? America, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
America World Police, yeah.
Coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Yeah, America.
I mean, it gets a little trickier when we start talking about what's it, polio and shit like that. But it gets a little trickier when we start talking about polo. I expect
you mean polo like a polo shirt or polio?
no, not polio. The shit they were doing in Washington. No, I meant polio. But these vaccines we've been taking since the fucking 30s and 40s and shit. Yeah, I expect that. If you get bit by a dog, you should go get a rabies
things
vaccine.
like the measles,
Yeah, the measles.
polio,
Yeah. Yeah, you should go get that
but
vaccine.
the science is dumb.
Exactly.
I want to
Listen to Jenny McCarthy, Dr.
I wanna
Jenny
get my-
Mack.
I want to get my polo shot.
I said polio, motherfucker. Clean your ears.
I want to get my Can I get my polo shot? That's some funny shit right there. Anyway, the College World Series, of course, going on right now. Andre says, Andre with the quote of the night. It'll show up in a second. There we go. We thought that Jonathan did get that. It put him in the hospital. That wasn't very
Twice.
All right. Well, phone lines are open at 803-470-2905. By the way, gentlemen, for our amusement later, I have video of a disturbance in Alabama that we will play in a moment.
Sweet.
A disturbance in Alabama?
How to deal with an Alabama fan when they come on your property. Yes.
I thought we covered that in the show's opener.
No, not that.
No, not that.
No. This is much better. I'm gonna pull it up right now, and we'll play it right now because it's worth our time. I'll get this going. Hey, did you guys want to talk about Scottie Pippen really quick here, and the silliness of Scottie Pippen?
You talking about Jalen Rose or Scottie Pippen? Because they're both fucking stupid.
Hold on. Let's go to the phones. Come on, phones. Oh, here we go. Yes. And welcome into CSF Late Nights. Good evening. Hello.
What's going on, fellas?
Andre.
What's up,
What up,
Andre?
Hey, I need you to send me a Clemson shirt for the Georgia game, sir. Size large.
Oh,
I
okay.
will wear it.
We'll get you a
Georgia.
Clemson shirt. Nobody likes
I'm not
Hey,
wearing the colors.
You can go to Walmart, get one, man.
God damn it.
That's crazy, JT Daniels. Jesus Christ, Georgia fans. You know, I'm not sure who's worse, Georgia or Alabama fans. Here's the thing with Alabama fans. At least they got a buku of championships to talk about. What does Georgia got?
How many? How many does Alabama have?
I don't know. No one gives a shit about Alabama.
150,000. That's how many.
Yeah.
They have more championships than have been around.
We've talked about that on the show where Alabama claims that, like, they literally claim national titles that and this isn't a joke. It was like the Dixie Standard, which was a newspaper out of Mobile or Birmingham. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Awarded them a national title one year when they went like 6-3. They're the national champion because the Dixie Standard says so.
Well, at least Alabama's actually won NCAA national championships. Georgia, when's the last time when Georgia won one?
1981.
1981.
Wow, dude.
1980.
I wasn't even alive in 81. Jesus.
That's
bad.
That's some funny shit right there. No, they're a hilarious thing, man.
Yeah, but at least they got something to brag about. Alabama, Georgia's got nothing besides recruiting classes. So I got a question for y'all. So I'm sure we saw how Orgeron's been included with this lawsuit thing, and some of our smart people in our group, of course, think that he's screwed. And I so graciously reminded them that you can be sued for something that you didn't do. That doesn't mean, you're in trouble. So what are we hearing about this lawsuit? I really had a chance to read about it. I was on vacation last week.
Well, you guys want to go ahead and talk about it? Go ahead. We can do that because
he was named as him and his company, Rosie, whatever.
Go ahead.
Are named in a lawsuit with the Tiger Athletic Foundation for not following LSU's Title IX protocols.
Yeah, well, and that may end up what gets him fired, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens.
I just don't believe that Orgeron would do that. I mean, first of all,
you heard
this happened during Les Miles, the head coach, right?
Right, but you heard the comment, right? Here's what happened. The young lady said that she was drunk and incapacitated, and Darius Geis took advantage of her, okay? She told her boyfriend, who was an LSU recruit, that LSU recruit went to Ed Orgeron and said, hey, this is what happened. And Ed Orgeron told him, you got to get used to it. Girlfriends cheat on you all the time. They have sex with everyone. That's what he said. Orgeron said.
Say.
Huh?
That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. Like something he would say to me.
No.
I see Ed Orgeron the kind of guy to take Darius Geis out back and beat the hell out of. I mean, I don't see that. That's crazy. But also, why in the world would he go to Orgeron and not the head coach? See, that don't sound right either. It's
Orgeron was the guy recruiting.
Yeah, Orgeron was the guy that was recruiting him.
Well,
that's why.
I understand that, but he's not in charge of the damn program.
Right.
Les Miles was. It's almost
but when you hold on, Andre.
If it happened, I'll say
Andre, I can agree with you on that, but the reality is that when you go on your recruiting visit, not everybody, the head coach you get will be your coach that deals with you. If they met Les Miles, it was probably for a minute or two, and then they went about their merry way. So I'm just saying.
Well, I'll just say this for everybody, in the back. If it comes out that Orgeron did indeed do that, I promise you, no LSU fans will stand with the man. And we'll be going down the road to Lafayette and picking up a new head coach. Trust me, LSU go mid-season. Hey, come on over. Let's go.
Right.
All you got to do is drive 60 miles. But until it goes through court, these idiots need to, let the legal system play.
Right.
So just because it's on a law doesn't mean anything wrong. I mean, hell, I had somebody hit me when I was driving into Dallas. The woman lost control, hit me, bounced off of me, hit another man. That man stopped it. Traffic got hit from rear end FedEx truck. I didn't even get cited. And hell, I got a lawsuit. People need to understand this now. I hope to God that it's not true. If it is, it'll play out. But people need to understand this. They're going to go after the people that got money. Orgeron's got money, for sure. LSU's got money, for sure.
Well,
Watson's got money, for sure.
But you can make an argument that Ed Orgeron is the most famous man in Louisiana. I can make that argument. You could say Sean Payton if you're a Saints fan. You could say Zion Williamson to an extent, but when you think Louisiana, I mean, Ed Orgeron's definitely in the top 3.
I mean, are we removing?
So, yeah, I can see that.
Are we removing Drew Brees because he retired? He's pretty popular.
Oh, come on. He's
New Orleans, I see.
I don't think he lives. I think he moved out of the state, didn't he? Didn't he move out of the state?
No, he still lives here.
Yeah. I don't believe so. I don't know.
Still has a house in the Garden District.
But I just need to have fans that shut up and let the play out. It's ridiculous. We keep hearing that everybody's obsessed about Alabama, but you keep seeing these Alabama fans obsessing about Coach Orgeron, and I find that hilarious. I really do. Concentrate in your own program, because Alabama is not clean at all.
Yeah, there's there's happening at every program, so I'm not even gonna. We don't even need to go into some of the stuff that has been alleged to have happened at Alabama. For God's sake, we could talk all night. I mean, and that's not just Alabama. That's any program. All programs have skeletons. So let's just be honest about that. All right, Andre, do you have anything else for the program, sir?
That's it, man. Roll Tide off a damn cliff.
All right, Andre. Thanks for calling the show, buddy.
All right, later.
All right, gentlemen, I promised you I've got some footage here that was taken in the lovely state of Alabama that I would like to share with you. And it's how you get Alabama fans off your lawn. Michelle says all we do is talk about smack about Alabama. No, we don't. What are you talking about? Did you hear the
first smack about Georgia?
We talked about me wanting to get a Chihuahua named Tito and how it was going to ruin my marriage. We talked about Georgia and JT Daniels. We talked about Joe Burrow being compared to JT Daniels. We talked about all kind of stuff. It's not always about Alabama. It's not always about you. You're not everything. Stop
but the comedy relief is usually Alabama.
Well, that's because Alabama should be roped off as a state. All right, this video. I just got this today. We're gonna play it for you right now. This is how how you deal. Hello, Jaden. I don't have Los Banditos. All right, so
all motherfucking night.
Rude about what?
Laughing at him.
About what?
I don't know. Y'all were sitting. Your old lady was sitting right here staring at him, and so were y'all's friends, and y'all were cracking up when you came out. You looked at him too.
Oh no, we just got
Don't answer no stupid ass question.
That's not stupid. I'm just asking.
I promise you that every day I come out here from now on, I'm gonna make fun of you every time I walk out the door. Every time I go in the door, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Well,
I don't
just
care.
like I'm gonna do you.
I don't care if you sit over there and cry yourself to sleep every night.
Well, you don't have to.
But if you don't
back it up a little bit so it'll buffer correctly. There we go.
Come out here from now on, I'm gonna make fun of you every time I walk out the door. Every time I go in the door, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Well,
I don't
just
care.
like I'm gonna do you.
I don't care if you sit over there and cry yourself to sleep every night.
Well, you don't have to.
But if you don't break your ass over there,
I want you to put me out. I want you to do it.
Leanne, he can't put you in jail.
I know we can't.
Hell, you son.
get the hell out of this
No,
yard.
you put me out.
You got
He's gonna put me out.
5 minutes. Get the fuck out of this yard, you stupid fucking bitch.
You need to quit
Or
calling
get the fuck over there.
Hey, you do something about it. You call him now. You sorry son of a bitch.
What are you gonna fucking do? Put your fucking
You
hands
got
on me.
him do something.
I want you to touch me.
I want you to put me out of the
So
show.
fucking bad.
Put me out of the show.
I can put you in jail.
You want me to put me out?
I'm not prissy. You guys just need to
Shut
leave
up.
us alone.
Just
He
be quiet.
needs to. That's a simple question.
Get the fuck out of the fucking yard.
Come on, no.
Leanne, goddamn. No, I want him to put his
Get
hands
the
on
fuck
me.
out. I'm telling you.
Put your
Fine.
hands on him.
Get
I
the
want you to
fuck
put
out
your
of the
hands on me.
fucking yard. Get the fuck out of here.
Put your hands on me.
Come on. Come on. Get the fuck out.
Oh, your voice got deep. But now it's back.
Come on. Come on. Get the fuck.
You put your
Let's
hands
go.
on. Fuck
Let's
you.
go. You two. Let's
Put
go.
me out. No.
Whoa. No, you're all gonna
You
get
back
the
the
fuck out.
fuck up.
Get the fuck out. Keep going.
No.
Oh, she just touched me. I'm hurt. Come on. Come on.
Hey, you touch my mama, I'm fucking you up.
Keep recording.
Let's go.
Keep recording.
Oreo, come here now.
Go.
Oreo.
Come on. Get your ass over.
Or, babe, get Oreo now.
Come here, boy.
Who the hell's gonna name their dog Oreo? Wait. Here comes the best part. Here comes the best part. Hold on. Here comes the best part.
Guys, please.
Get the fuck out. Let's go.
No, let her find her
my
ring.
goddamn. I'm getting my motherfucking
Babe,
off.
Don't. Stop. Babe, stop.
He's spraying it down the water
Oh
hose.
my God.
Oh, really?
Get the fuck out. Everybody's going.
Babe, stop, babe. Stop. Please stop. Say what you got.
Oh,
I didn't do anything.
I want you to say, God.
I want my goddamn ring. Stop. Oh my.
All right.
Stop. Babe,
Apparently-
please come here. Just stop.
Apparently,
Get the
that's
fuck out of here.
how you deal with the Alabama fans. You throw you break out the hose. Oh, that made me. And
you break out the
looked like
hose.
she looked like somebody that Chucky would love. If Chucky were here this evening, he'd be hot and bothered by that.
Honestly, old boy on the porch sounded like Chucky.
He kind of did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Think about it. Well, anyway, I may, you know what? I may send that video to Andre, and we may post that on the CSF Late Night page on YouTube, so you can watch it without it being so choppy, because it is really special. It's the only term I can use is that it's special. I was like, whoa. If you notice, she had an Alabama tattoo. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. It was like right. It was either an Alabama tattoo or some track marks, one or the other. I don't really know for sure. All right, so Scottie Pippen. We didn't talk about that yet. Scottie Pippen says that Phil Jackson's a racist. Did you catch that? I'm buying that. Phil Jackson's a racist.
Yeah.
Phil Jackson's like the king of Zen, like a Buddhist. I just wasn't buying that at all. Scottie Pippen, I think, got hit in the head too many times.
He's just trying to sell books and booze now. He's just trying to be as controversial as possible.
I didn't know he was selling booze.
Yeah, he's got his own booze that he came out with.
How are you sitting around one day thinking, you know what? I'm going to come up with booze that are named after me.
I mean, The Rock did it.
I mean, that doesn't. How many people went and bought something because it was named after your favorite celebrity? I don't know. The wife wants to try whipped cream vodka. She was telling me about that the other night. I'm like, all right, whatever. Interesting stuff there, but Scottie Pippen lost his mind. And there was another one that lost his mind. Oh, Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
With Kevin Love.
Jalen Rose has been a bitter motherfucker since the early 90s. He's just a pissy fucking guy. Yeah, he's fucking irritating. Shit. I'm not worried about Scottie Pippen. Jalen Rose gets to be on the media every motherfucking day and spew his mouth about some of the crap he spews.
Well, he said that Christian Laettner didn't deserve to be on the first Dream Team.
Yeah, he said that back then.
I know, but I can make the argument that he's right about that, not because of the reasons that he's saying, but because Alonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal should have been on that team over Christian Laettner. You can definitely make that argument.
Shaquille O'Neal was left off. There was a second college player on that team besides Laettner. But I remember Shaquille was left off that team. I guess Mourning was too. But they already had enough centers, man.
Well, I mean, but you could still make the argument that, well, who they have at center?
They had Olajuwon, Robinson, and
Dream Team 1. Olajuwon didn't play till Dream Team 2.
Nah.
All right, now I got to look it up. Sorry.
92 Dream Team.
Yeah, no, I mean this was like the Redemption Team, Dream Team. Okay, here we go.
The Redemption Team came much later on.
Ooh, for the bonus, anybody want to tell me who the leading scorer was on the team? Take a wild guess. Take a guess. Leading scorer on the team.
Oh, Reggie Miller. No, Reggie Miller wasn't on that team.
No, shut up. You lose. Reggie Miller, come on. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. Dave, you get a guess.
Are you talking about the Dream Team or the Redemption
The
Team?
original Dream Team. Who was the leading
original Dream Team?
Oh, Larry Bird.
No.
Well, you're the one looking at it. We're just guessing.
All right, Dave, do you have a guess that's not fucking stupid? Bird was on the team, but didn't play but like 12 minutes in the whole fucking tournament. His back was messed up.
Don't fucking tell me Magic Johnson.
Oh, no, sir. Good old Charles Barkley.
That's what I said.
Dave just said that.
I didn't hear you say Barkley. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say that. My fault. Charles Barkley led. I didn't hear that. My fault. Charles Barkley led the team 18 points a game.
I hope Barkley was a 76 at the time and not a Sun.
Oh, he was a member of the Phoenix Suns, so quietly fuck yourself. No, Barkley led the team. The two centers on the team were David Robinson and Patrick Ewing.
Oh, Patrick Ewing. My bad. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, there's actually
snub from that team.
So,
yeah.
So this kind of goes off topic, but I was talking to somebody about it earlier on NBA countdown this evening. You know, the show before they play. Shaquille
My wife just walked by. She's gonna divorce me. It's gonna be crazy.
Shaquille was saying that on every team he was on, whether it was with Penny Hardaway, whether it was with Kobe Bryant, or whether it was with Dwayne Wade, he was always the second player. He was never the best player on the team. Charles Barkley chimed in and completely disagrees and says it was Shaquille that was the better player. And I don't know about Dwayne Wade. He was getting old by then. The Heat's team, I mean. But Charles Barkley feels like Shaq was the better player on at least that Lakers and definitely the Magic
the most
team.
Dominant player.
Shaq just used the words best player. I know what you mean by dominant. He was
I can make the argument that, and it's not a very good argument, but I can make an argument that Kobe Bryant was a volume shooter. And of course, he's going to score 40 points a game. He's going to take 30 shots. You can make that argument, and but you know it's not a very good one. But you could make that argument. But Shaq in his prime was just dominant. But you could also make the argument that Shaq would have been a much more dominant player if he would have been in a little bit better shape. I think that's fair too.
Yeah.
So anyway, according to this thing I've got on the original Dream Team, the selection committee considered several college players, including Harold Miner, little baby Jordan, remember him?
Yep.
Jimmy Jackson and Alonzo Mourning, in addition to Shaquille O'Neal and Christian Laettner. O'Neal was the number 1 pick in the draft, but Laettner's Duke Blue Devils, fuck them, won consecutive national championships in 91 and 92. Laettner was the Naismith College Player of the Year and hit the game-winning shot in the East Regional Final. Although he was a 2-time consensus first-team All-American, his team lost in the second round of the tournament. Laettner's college success secured his position on the team. What a shit show.
Token white guy.
What? Token white guy.
That's not true. It's not fair. I would have rather.
Well,
I mean,
what didn't they? But they had Mullen and they had Stockton. I mean, and they had Larry Bird.
No, I mean
they had white people.
Larry Bird. Okay, that's fine.
I'm just saying they had white people. Later didn't play.
I got you. I don't even know why we're going into that, but you know, I mean, it's like
that's the topic.
Christ, what a shit show that is.
Just for an update, we're at the bottom of the 4th inning. Mississippi State has loaded the bases again. And they're about to chase off the second Vanderbilt pitcher of the game.
Well, last night there was talk that there were racial slurs slung at Vanderbilt family and stuff like that, and that's just disgusting. It's so bad that the athletic director for Vanderbilt had to put out a statement. If you go to a baseball game,
Mississippi fans were there.
Yeah, of course. If you go to any kind of a game and you utter racial slurs, they need to let fans police themselves. Seriously. Because most of the time, fans will take care of that.
I'm a what?
Oh, yeah.
Look, if I mean my youngest daughter is Scarlett's 10 now, right? Yeah, there you go. Just out of the fucking year here. No, I love my daughter.
Garrett's his fact checker.
Yeah. We won't talk about the fact that I don't remember their birthday. I could tell you what month they're born in. Oh, shit. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't get Tito the Chihuahua. I can't remember my kids' birthdays. I'm such a dickhead. I'll remember Tito's birthday.
Yeah.
Anyway, my daughter's 10 years old. If we go to a baseball game and there are people slinging racial slurs and my daughter has to hear them, I'm going to say something to somebody. Why don't you watch your fucking mouth? I won't have a problem with that. And you know what? Scarlett would probably say something to him too. She wouldn't say watch your fucking mouth, but she would definitely be saying something and looking back at Pop, making sure Pop's going to back her up. But fans should be able to police themselves. If that shit going on and I'm around, I'm going to say something.
A recent, about 2 years ago, I was at a Rage Occasion football game, and they had some little fuckers pulling that shit. Now, they weren't going all out racist, but the crap they were saying was so fucked up. Oh yeah. I was about to have to fight. Some family members made me move and stuff because I wasn't having it, bro. I just was not having it.
I don't want to have to explain to my kids when we're at a game why people are dropping racial slurs or yelling out stupid things. And the report says that they were talking about they were making references to watermelon and chicken and all kind of stuff and dropping N-bombs in a baseball game. Get the fuck out of here with all that nonsense.
You see, that's predominantly what I was talking about. And we all like to curse, right? Fucking curse words are awesome. But
yeah,
whenever I'm sitting with my kids and they have these little young punks sitting right next to us that every other word out their mouth is some bullshit, yes, it starts to rub me the wrong goddamn way.
Dave, do you police when you're out? You're like, hey, listen, fuckos. I see Dave out there. You're coaching baseball all the time. You probably have to deal with some shit out there. People are just dumb.
They are dumb.
Yeah.
And, as a white person that lives in the South, I love it when the older generation, the greatest generation, those guys that went through desegregation and Jim Crow and all that stuff, they just assume because I'm white that I agree with everything they're going to say. And they start spewing nonsense. And I'm like, look, old man, I know y'all were great when y'all saved the world from the Nazis, but not really that way anymore.
Yeah, my favorite phrase is
Your grandfather's probably having sex with a black man.
That's a great phrase, but my favorite phrase to them is don't let the blue eyes fool you. I've said that to some folks. Just because you think you can, hey, he's got the blonde hair and blue eyes, and he might be a guy that'd be a poster boy for a Klan rally because of his complexion.
Everybody, don't start spewing that nonsense around me. I'm African from the waist down.
No, so I work for.
I don't even know where to go with that.
I work for a company that has only white people, right? However, every now and then there's a new hire or somebody that comes in there. They don't know you from Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then they start saying some bullshit. Yeah. And that's exactly my thought. Like, bro, you don't fucking know me. I'm not who you think I am. Don't fucking spew that crap around me or at work in general, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well,
it's fun to say stuff to people who are spewing nonsense because they don't expect it. They think that they're so tough that nobody's going to say anything back to them. I can recall a time I had just come back from my first deployment. I was at a Walgreens just buying like a Coke or something, and I'm waiting in line. And at the register are these two teenage girls that are buying makeup. And they buy the makeup and they leave. And then they come back in almost immediately and say, hey, this was on sale. And there's a dude that's in front of me now who's waiting to check out. And the cashier, who's like 65-year-old grandma, says, excuse me, sir, let me just handle this real quick. So she handles it pretty quickly, too. And then she says, she tells the man in front of me, I'm sorry, sir. And he goes, you should be sorry. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm sitting here waiting to check my stuff out, and then you stop helping me so you can help these other people and this, that, and the other. And I said, hey, shut up. You know what's ridiculous? Your attitude. I said, why don't you just shut up, pay for your stuff, and leave the store?
Get the fuck out.
He did not say another word. He was just like, here's my money.
Ooh,
here's my money.
Where's my money? Give me my stuff. You know, Jonathan goofs on me about making rules for fans or whatever about you can only support one team and blah, blah, blah. If I had two rules, shut up. It's not stupid. One rule is fans should be able to police themselves. And my second rule is if you're a fan and you throw shit at players, the players get to fuck you up.
Yes,
Ron Artest should be.
That's not his name. His name is World Peace.
World be free, by God. Whatever the hell he's calling himself nowadays.
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm being serious about that. If you are an idiot and you decide you're going to pour a Coke or a bag of popcorn or you're going to throw shit at a player that's on the court, that guy can come into the stands and beat the fuck out of you.
But and you have to understand when this shit happens, when this type of shit happens, it's when that player is already fired up about something already, and then you're gonna add insult to injury by throwing something at him.
No, it needs to make sure that it's the right guy. So the ushers, we got to get the ushers and everybody on board too. The ushers, when it's poured on them, all the ushers point. That's the guy that guy right there.
They take that guy and they drag him back into the locker room and they just let the team beat the shit out of him.
No, sir. We do it at center court. You know why? Because then the next fucking idiot knows, hey, if I decide to pour my Coke on a player, that's going to happen to me. I'm going to have a bunch of 6'8" dudes stomping on my face. That's Andre's right. Like how pro wrestlers handle barrier jumpers. You're exactly right, Andre. Exactly right.
I'm on board with that. You can even sponsor that and make it like a pay-per-view event after the game is over. Like
I want the game stopped right then.
Ass whipping. Sponsored by Budweiser.
These people have lost their mind. That when they were throwing shit at Russell Westbrook, who is a dominant player, but is certifiably out of his fucking mind. If you ever listen to Russell, he's out of his gourd.
Yep.
That guy is on his own planet. He would beat the shit out of somebody in a second.
Throw anything at Kyrie Irving. I mean, the guy believes that the earth is flat. You know, there's something up there.
And if you try to run from him, you're going to run off the earth.
Smooth surface. Went to Duke, smooth surface. That's all that he is.
He did not go to Duke.
Yes, he did.
No, you have to go for more. You have to play more than 6 fucking games. No.
I don't give a fuck. He went to Duke.
Look, you get to make rules. I get to make rules. Fuck off.
No one wants to hear your rules, Gnome. You can't reach up to the table. How's that going to work?
So back to Jalen Rose, right?
Yeah.
So he says the same shit about Kevin Love. Yeah. That Kevin Love is a token fucking all-star.
Whoever called the 318 number, feel free to call back. My bad. I didn't have the phone. 318 area code. You might know what the 318 area code is?
Yeah, that's where Andre's from, Alexandria area.
All these Cajuns calling up here fucking with me.
But, you know, Kevin Love's probably about to retire, huh?
I don't know. I think people forget how good of a player Kevin Love was.
Right.
One point, Kevin Love was a walking double-double. He was a walking 20 and 15 guy that could shoot 3. He still shoots the 3 at about a 40% percentage, and he's a legit 7 foot tall. So Kevin Love on this team, it makes a lot of sense because for this year's team, because he has Olympic experience. Played on the 2012 team, 2000. He's a legitimate player. So it's not like, I think the other thing that upsets me too is that a lot of guys opted out. LeBron James opted out. Steph Curry opted out. So they had to put together a good mix of players. They've got Jeremiah Grant. I mean, he was a good player at Notre Dame, but it's not like he's one of the top players in the U.S. They've also got Bam Adebayo. He's a good player, but he's not the level of Kevin Love, for God's sake.
I bet you those international teams are stacking their best NBA talent.
Oh, well, they of course they are. But see,
Australia's not. They left Ben Simmons off.
Oh, Ben. You know what? I wasn't going to say that, but Ben Simmons played at LSU, right?
He did.
Well, you're not going to claim Ben Simmons? You're not going to claim Ben Simmons either. I tell you what, Noam, you get to choose. Either Ben Simmons went to LSU or Kyrie Irving went to Duke. You get one or the other. Which one do you want?
I'll take Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is a disaster.
He's such a lazy piece of shit.
Kyrie Irving or Ben Simmons? They're both lazy.
I was talking about Ben. The dude shot 34% from the free throw stripe during the playoffs.
I think if I went to the free throw line right now, okay, and I took 10 shots, I bet I could hit at least 5 of them right now. Hold on, someone's calling on the phone. Let's answer the phone. Good evening. Welcome to CSF Late Night.
Yeah, this is Ron Atkins, a Florida State fan, friends with Andre.
Oh, you're friends with Andre. Hello, Ron Atkins.
What's going on?
I like how Florida State fans call. They call and they tell you, they give you their full damn legal name when they call. My name is Ron Atkins and I'm a Florida State fan. You can sign off on that, motherfucker, when I call.
Well, I'm just saying, hey, man, I appreciate y'all's show, but I just got one quick question.
Sure.
And I've been looking at a little bit of Facebook, and I've seen the LSU, football, talk about LSU football, and they talk about Alabama. And I know that, I know Florida State won their championship back with 13-14 when they beat Auburn, I believe. Now, do you think they deserve credit for their undefeated season just as much as LSU and Alabama, or what?
You think so? Are you asking if that Florida State team is on par with the LSU team or the Clemson team from 2018? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
I'll let my co-host go with that first. Do you think that Florida State team with Jameis Winston, Jameis the Rapist, and the rest of that team there that won the national title with Jimbo Fisher, are they on par with that LSU team or the Clemson team or even the Alabama team from last year?
I read an article by a guy that writes for Florida State, and he certainly believes that they were as good as LSU and Clemson and Alabama. I would say out of the 4 that they're probably my 4th rated team.
I would agree. I would completely agree with that. I think that was a weak season when it comes to dominance. Florida State just.
Why don't you hold your dick for a minute? We'll be done here in a second.
I think that Florida State team was as good as the Auburn team with Cam Newton.
Hey, look, they caught lightning in a bottle that year, and Jameis had a good year that year. I think he was 40. I think his touchdown ratio was to interception ratio was like 4-1. So, and I think he ended up at 40 something and 10, whereas was touchdown interceptions. He had a great year that year, and they dominated everybody. There's no question about that.
Here, let me give you. Hold on just a minute. I'm looking at the roster for Florida State, and I'm not trying to put over Ron here talking with us here, but Kelvin Benjamin was on that team. Great. Nick O'Leary was on that team, the great tight end for Florida State. Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, who went on to have a great NFL career.
Yeah.
You look at that Florida State defense, they had LaMarcus Joyner and Jalen Ramsey on that team. So there was some talent on that Florida State roster. There really, really was. That's the Florida State team that went into Clemson, and they kind of mouth pumped Clemson up there. It was not even it was Jameis was up there talking about I don't remember, but they managed to keep him from stealing crab legs long enough to go into Clemson and beat us senseless. So
yeah, you got to bring up the crab legs on my boy. Okay.
Well, I mean, respectfully, sir, and not I know Florida State forever, but they've made several movies about Jameis Winston being a rapist. I mean, that's out there, and he also was a guy that decided to jump up on a table in the middle of everyone and yell "fuck her" right in the pussy. in front of the entire student body. He's not exactly a beacon of being a great player. So let's just be honest.
Well, he's certainly not going to be the best player that's ever come out of Florida State. And I would argue that after Jameis won the national title and came back for his next campaign, he wasn't nearly the same player, nor was Florida State nearly the same team. I couldn't believe that they took it number 1 overall.
Andre says he thinks that Florida State team was better than last year's Alabama team. I don't know if I would buy that on the – well, I think Alabama had better receivers last year, but LaMarcus Joyner and Jalen Ramsey, I forgot those two were on that team. Jalen Ramsey's a hell of a player.
Yeah, he is.
So
yeah, he backs it up. He backs it up when he plays.
He runs his mouth to you and doesn't shy away from it. So I'll take that Florida State defense. But
so Ron, according to your area code, you are somewhere between being a Dallas Cowboys fan or a Saints fan. Which is it?
Brother, I am, believe it or not, you're not going to believe this. I'm far from it. I am a Philly Eagle fan. I'm an Eagles.
Okay, well, that doesn't change.
I am. It's my wife. My house is so divided. My wife's an LSU fan. My son's a Bama fan. I'm a Florida State. Dale Saints fan.
I'm sitting here. He's got a family. He's got a nice shirt on.
Well, I was going with that question is, what does your wife and son think then about Jameis Winston this year taking the helm with the Saints?
Well, they don't seem to think that he's gonna get the job. She thinks that what Taysom Hill's gonna get the job. Well, number one, they paid him all the money, and he's not gonna sit on the bench because he got paid. But Jameis Winston had an arm on him. But Taysom Hill is going to be – I think they say Taysom Hill is going to be the starter. That's what they're looking at.
I think Jameis Winston wins the job.
Jameis Winston got that lace. What?
I think if Taysom Hill wins the starting job, the Saints are fucked. That's what I think.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And it's nothing against Taysom Hill. It's just he's not an NFL quarterback. Sorry.
If I'm Sean Payton, Jameis Winston's my starting quarterback. Taysom Hill does what he's been doing for years, and Ian Book is my new backup quarterback.
Yeah, I'm grooming Ian Book to get rid of Jameis Winston.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Unless Jameis Winston just blows the doors off of it this year, then you stick with him for as long as you can. If Jameis Winston blows the doors off of it and the Saints look great, I got no problem with Jameis Winston remaining a quarterback.
So Ron, are you pulling for Jameis Winston?
Be honest with you, yeah.
He's just glad that Carson Wentz is out of Philadelphia.
I am. I got one more quick question. What y'all think about Teddy Bridgewater since he left the Saints and had that bad season with Carolina?
We should have kept him.
I agree with Dave.
I agree with Dave on that too. As far as I think he would be a better option for New Orleans, but the season that he had for the Panthers, and I cover the Panthers up here with my job, he is a lot of it wasn't his fault. So, they kind of blamed it on him, but he didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. Christian McCaffrey gets hurt a lot. He gets hurt a lot. So, it was – I don't blame him for that, but I also don't think Teddy Bridgewater is a guy that you go into a season thinking, hey, this is my number one quarterback ever. He's a good backup quarterback in my opinion. But
No, I disagree with that. I think in the right system – Jameis Winston is a good enough quarterback to where he can manage a game and he won't lose the game for you. He went 5-0 as the Saints starter.
You just said Winston. You're talking about Bridgewater.
Yeah, I mean Bridgewater.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Winston. I was like, Winston's a shithole.
Here's what happened there. 2 years ago, Bridgewater had to play 5 games, and they let him start, and he went 5-0. And then his dollar went up, and we weren't going to pay him that much to be a backup quarterback.
Oh, and I get all that.
This year, when they needed a backup, they kept Winston on the sideline because they didn't want to play that and have to pay Winston a crap ton of money if he went 5-0. That's how that went down.
I think that the Saints have enough as far as Kimura and that slot receiver that catches slant passes and everybody thinks is the greatest wide receiver ever.
His name is Michael Thomas.
I'm dead serious. If you told me pick 10 wide receivers, he would not be in my top 10.
He has the best hands.
Bitch on my team. Period.
He has the best hands. He has the best hands in football. Best hands.
He has the best hands in football because Drew Brees was throwing him passes. This guy's going to be a fucking bum this year. Watch.
I'll give you that. So
I'd rather have you line up and run routes than fucking Thomas. I really would.
As long as
you're not going to pitch.
As
long as you don't get hit.
League minimum.
Ron,
Dude,
what are the Eagles looking like?
No. Can you imagine if what we could do with the gnome on the offense? We could hide him behind an offensive lineman. They would never see his ass. We'd line the gnome up behind
Keep chopping the feet. Keep chopping the
one
feet.
of the offensive tackles. Yeah, they'd never know he was there. That would be fucking.
I could hide behind Drew Brees when he was there.
Yeah, I know. What do you think about the Eagles, man? Are they gonna be worth a shit this year or not? I don't really know.
Who, the Eagles?
Carson Wentz isn't there.
Yeah, the Eagles, Ron.
I think with and Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts does what he's supposed to do and they connect, I think they be right at about 500 or above. As long as they beat the Cowboys, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well, a Cowboys loss is
happy
for America.
Anyone beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
But I think we might be above 500.
We'll see about that.
Some say it's America's team. I say it's America's favorite loss. That's me.
Why? That's something we haven't really gotten a chance to talk about. Why do they always have the Cowboys on fucking Thanksgiving Day? What a way to ruin Thanksgiving. Jerry Jones out there with, he's had so much plastic surgery. The guy can't close his eyes. He's had so many facelifts. And they're out there with the big Salvation Army pot, and they're trying to collect money for folks. And Jerry Jones is out there like, stop ruining my Thanksgiving, Jerry Jones. Get the hell out of here. Can't stand that guy. All right, well, hey Ron, you're always welcome to call the show, buddy. You're always welcome to call the show, Ron. I appreciate it, man.
All right, bro. Look, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, man. I enjoy y'all show, man. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Take you to watch.
Right? All right, there we go. Ron Atkins. You want to make sure he gave us his whole name because that's how FSU fans roll. I love FSU fans. They're great, especially when they're worth the shit. Oh man, that's a proud fan base down there. Ooh.
Mississippi State 7-1.
I was hoping the College World Series would be over with. I'm tired of hearing fucking about Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. Fuck both of them.
Oh, you're tired of hearing about the SEC?
No, I'm tired of hearing you're not hearing things. I'm tired of hearing about Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. You hear about Vanderbilt and they get more scholarships than everyone else. Then you hear about Mississippi State with, we had to play Vanderbilt's best pitchers. Fuck them both. I was hoping they'd both lose. Look, the gnome froze up. Is he drunk? Look at the gnome. He's like, Oh, hold on. Look at this. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
Now he's the finger cuffs.
That's some shit. All right. Oh God. No.
The finger cuffs.
Finger cuffs. All right. Well, I think we've had a good show, and we'll have another show next week, and that'll be fun. Yeehaw. Gentlemen, you have anything else? Are you good?
I'm good.
I think we're good.
All right,
Gonna
guys.
be somewhat early Tuesday and early Wednesday.
Good night, CSF.
Good night.
Good night, bitches.